All right, we are live. Bottles, you are in. You're still muted though.
I forgot to unmute myself. Ha! Welcome back, everybody. We're playing the Eve remake. I am back. It's almost like there's two fucking speedrunners in this marathon.
So true,
Eve
so true.
is a game that is about a girl in a cursed art gallery where there's women that can't open doors, and Gary's only function is to push things. So, are you ready on your button, Peter?
Yes, I am.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. So thankfully, this is the best kind of mashing through text game because hitting two different buttons as usual is good for, mashing through text. But the B button is also the menu, so hitting A and B is like not ideal. But thankfully, literally every other button also skips text.
Convenient.
Very convenient. All right, so now we get permission to walk through the art gallery. So we're just gonna not look at fucking anything and just go to the big ass painting at the top.
You don't want to look at that painting of fucking SCP-3000 or whatever?
Now the lights are off and everything's like flickering and stuff. And now everyone is gone. Uh-oh, there might be some spooky happenings going on. Uh-oh, the lights are off. What's that in the window? What's that fruit doing? Then we're going to look at this. It's going to tell me to come. I'm good.
Oh.
I've already eaten today. And we're going to go sink right into this painting right here. So we're just going to immediately go on over to the right here, and we're going to collect our red rose, which is our health bar. That is the only thing Eve is going to push throughout the entire game, probably, because she gets pretty sick of pushing things real fast. I am not a thief. That is slander. We're going to talk to this ant because he's really cool.
The ant's pretty cool,
Doesn't make me not want to
kill myself.
So we obtain his painting. We actually can't pick up the painting unless we talk to him for some reason.
Huh. He has to give you consent to use the painting.
Well, he's like, show me my painting, and then we don't. We actually just break it. Watch.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That mannequin's dead as fuck, and now, because we got the key, we could just leave. So now we're in the yellow room, aka the cat room. What we're going to do is we're going to push this table. But unfortunately, the table's alive. So we're going to see what its fucking problem is. We're going to look at its feet like a good man should. See that it's only wearing one shoe. We got the shoe. And now we have to put the shoe on it. And now it's so happy it follows us like a little pet. So we're going to lead it up here, tell it to stop, get on the stool, get this fish piece. And we move on. So let's hope for good RNG, everybody.
Absolutely.
All right, so good RNG would be if he is here. Let's go.
Wow. Good RNG.
That was the first good RNG I've had since I've started practicing.
Yeah.
So now we have the entire fish key, which we can then use to feed the cat right here. Can we get some donos for Meow?
Absolutely.
So now we have to wind these 3 little switches so that fruit can grow. That is a sentence I just said.
It sure is.
There's one hidden behind here. You're usually able to see it once that doll, like, there's like a trigger for it to fall. But you could just get it before it falls. And the solution to this puzzle is B2. And even though the brown painting didn't tell me where the solution was,
Mhm.
it dies anyway.
Oh.
Don't spit at me. Don't forget. So now we're going to feed this mouth on the wall the fruit, and now it's a door. Let's hope I don't die.
Mm-hmm.
I made it.
Nice.
It's a very small window
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to make that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we're going to be scared of women. All right, that should be far enough. We're going to grab the key, and we're just going to go. Thankfully, that woman is slow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like reading. That just unlocks the door. I didn't really take damage, so I don't have to heal myself. So I'm just going to observe this dead guy. I'm going to take his key. That's right, I'm grave robbing. So you'll see that this lady is picking at a blue flower, which we are going to grab. I didn't really want to get hit there, but that's fine. It's not really that big a deal. She can't go through doors, but she can go through windows.
Mm.
We're going to put the blue rose in here. That's actually Gary's rose, this dead guy right here. The roses are tied to our health. So because we healed him, he now feels pretty okay. So now we're actually meeting Gary, where he's another human that fell into the cursed art gallery. And we basically make a pact to try to get out of here together. He also he's only good for pushing things. Exhibit A. Push. All right, so now we're here where we have to solve the wedding dilemma. So first we have to solve this puzzle, which always trips me up the first time, but I'm going to try not to have it happen this time. Brain, please function. Brain, I swear to God, my brain's not working. I remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then push that there, up, and then bah. There we go. So that makes that little cat thing that was just outside move out of the way because it likes tea. We're going to go through this little maze here so we can pick up some eye drops. I swear to God, everything I'm saying makes sense in context.
It does sound like the insane ramblings of a crazy person if you're not watching the game.
Yeah. And what do we need the eye drops for? Well, the eyes, of course.
Yeah. I mean, what else would you use eye drops on? Your feet? I don't know.
It'd be feet drops. So we're going to go in the secret hallway, collect this red ball to put it onto this snake painting right here, which then tells us where the ring is in this room. It said it was inside of the big tree. This actually does change every time. So now we have the ring. Who's got the ring? Who's got the ring? I got the ring right here. So we're going to go over to the left hand. We're going to put it on the fourth finger over. The bride gets pretty fucking happy about that and throws the bouquet. Oh my God, I'm getting married. So we're going to go over here to this painting. He likes flowers. You actually can give him your rose, but that'll just kill you because he eats the flowers.
Oh.
It's just instant death. So you give him the bouquet, and now you can continue on with your
kind
life.
of a funny troll move.
It is very trolly. All right, so we're gonna go on over here. I'm gonna go down here first, and we're gonna collect half of this light bulb. Scary. And the best amount of 69s to have is 25.
Okay.
That's how you unlock that room. We can make the fish light now, which we will need later. We're going to look in the mirror, and we're going to get kind of spookered. So 3, 2, 1, jump scare. But then we have to stop Gary from... Thank you, Peter. We have to stop Gary from kicking it because in order to get the good ending of the game, you actually have to have like a pretty good relationship with Gary. And not letting him be violent is one of those things. So we're going to trade the fish lamp for the elephant because the fish is brighter. And then we're going to go up here. This guy wants the elephant, so we're going to trade the elephant for the bird. And then we're going to put the bird in the cage. So now we get to see the painting of Eve's parents. What fucking lore relevance does that have? I don't fucking know. So now we hear a weird noise. And that's probably fine. Except it's not. We're locked in here now. Uh-oh. We're going to wait by these boxes because they will crack open the wall right here. Thanks, painting lady. So now the mannequin heads are fucking everywhere. So now we have to take the long way around to get to the gray door so that we can get out of here. And that painting lady is really fast and goes... So we're going to have to go around because we have to stop Gary from being aggressive. You do not push today. We have to free Gary from his toxic masculinity. This is a cutscene. Basically, they're like, oh my god, we got out of there good. And then Eve's like, I'm just gonna, like, die. Now we get the nightmare sequence, which I believe, at least in my memory, is Remake exclusive. Where we get a little bit of, like, a nightmare sequence with Eve and her parents. And then we're going to go on over here until we hear a noise, and then we're going to immediately turn back. So that we could just get got by that painting lady as soon as possible, because that is what triggers the end of the dream sequence. So now Gary's like, oh my god, you're fucking okay. Thank God. Here's a candy. So because we're going to be nice, we're going to pick up Gary's coat for him. We're going to pick up our rose, and then we're going to get out of here. And because we picked up Gary's coat, part of like building your relationship with Gary is to give him his coat back. And if you try to leave the room while holding his coat, it does count as actually giving it back to him. Move this way. Hold on. I'm stupid. You have to give me a second.
Speed run. You don't have a second.
Fuck.
We are running short on seconds.
Hold on. My brain is not working.
Please get more from the store when you go shopping.
Understood. Hold on. This way, and then this way. Okay, there we go. Boom. Boom. Now I can finish. It always trips me up. So we're going to look at this painting, and then everything's going to go dark. We shouldn't be lighting fires in a museum. Now we're in trouble. But lighting fires in a museum, for one thing, Gary, do your job.
Push the thing.
Thank you, sir. It makes this door appear. And now we meet human number 3.
Wow.
This is... Well, at first we met Gary, and this one is Mary.
Yeah, what a lovely trio. Gary, Mary, and Ebe.
Yeah, it's my favorite Three Stooges bunch.
Gary, Mary, and Ebe.
Yeah. So she has a yellow rose. So that's how we know she's human. All right. We're going to check this place out. And it's really cute, full of rabbits. Not scary at all.
I like rabbits.
But Gary, for some reason, finds this place really scary. I guess he's just afraid of rabbits. And now it starts the longest sequence in the game. Like, longest sequence of puzzles. And that is the violet area. Where now we're separated. All right, so we're going to separate when they stop fucking talking. We have to check all these boxes to see if we could find a way to not be separate. And Mary finds a knife.
Let me see what you have.
A knife.
No!
So now we can't go back.
Well,
we're going to try to go back, but unfortunately we don't have Gary, so we can't push anything. So we're just going to go on without Gary. I guess he'll just have to fucking die here.
Mm.
So now we're going to close our eyes and think about what Gary's doing.
I was literally gonna make the same joke. I was gonna make the exact same joke.
So now we play as Gary. So now we have to... Oh, by the way, this is what he sees the room as, is this creepy doll room.
That's not rabbits at all.
No. The book that we read on when we were in here the first time kind of hints that kind of seems like... That kind of makes it seem like Gary's a little bit mentally unstable. Which is kind of true, because you'll see in a little bit why.
Yep.
So we're going to go back to Eve. We're going to ask permission to cross. We may. We're going to push this down the hole. And then we have a very important conversation here. So she's going to ask if our parents are nice, if Gary's my dad, and who I would leave with. I have to make very, very sure that I tell her that I would leave with her. If I don't, that fucks it up. That fucks up getting the good ending, which is what we're going for. This is a painting called Heavenly Thread. That is a painting called Depths. There are literally 3 paintings to memorize, so it's really not that bad. So we're going to get this rolled up paper. I would like to actually take it this time. And then we're going to replace the stomach of this one with the thing we just picked up. Replace the belly. Perfect. So now we're going to go back to Gary for like a little while.
Yeah, this is the Gary sequence.
Yep, this is the Gary part of the run.
The 10-minute Gary hour.
True. We're gonna ignore this doll because I don't know. We're racist. The doll just like really wants to play with me, but like I'm trying to like leave. And yet another example of us enacting Eve's will and telling Gary to not be such an aggressive fucking man. So now we have to collect these paintballs here. I believe there is like 6 or 7 of them. 6, 7. So we got the first one. It's just laying there. We're going to pick up that heart. This guy asked what year he's born, and of course the answer is 6,223. Don't know when this fucking game takes place. All right, we're going to go in here. We're going to read this book, which will give us another colored ball. We're going to pick up this umbrella. Put it on this hook here. Now it's gone. We're going to move on over to Ebe. It's right here. The fisherman got it. Now we're going to give it to this lady. That makes it rain in the room, which makes this thing become like a little turtle guy. I love him. He's my favorite. We're going to go on top of the turtle. We're going to flip this upside down. Before we go into the room we're going into, we're going to make sure that Gary has full health, which he does, because I need full health to be able to do this. So this is like a poison gas room. Going through this brings me down to 1 health. That is literally the actual, like, intentional way to solve this puzzle. So now that we put that in there, the vines are gone, which means the vines that were once blocking the right side of this room are now gone. So I can pick this up. I'm going to read this book right here, which talks about all of Guertena's works. And, oh my God, could it be Mary's painting? No way. I gotta tell someone. But before I tell Ebe, I'm going to rip open this doll. This is the one time that I get to be aggressive. Because the doll has a little paintball inside. And then we're going to go inside this room to get the last paintball. But of course, it can't be that easy.
Yep.
So we get locked in this room, and we have to rip open these dolls all around the room on a timer to hopefully find the key so that we can get out of here and Gary doesn't fucking die. So I'm kind of going to look for... There's like a little tell of which doll has it, and I'm really looking for it, but like the room is getting a lot darker, and I actually can't really see which one has it. I don't fucking know where is it? Maybe this one, maybe that one. God, it's so hard to see. It's so fucking dark in here. Hey, do you know? Yeah, so we intentionally get caught by the doll there.
I remember when you told me that doesn't fuck up bad ending. I'm like, huh? Or that doesn't fuck up
What's
good
funny
ending.
is for good ending, if that literally puts me 1 step away from getting the bad ending.
Yeah.
But because we're doing everything else right, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yep.
So Gary just kind of went insane. And also the reason why we do that instead of like kind of scrambling to find the key is because that actually skips in like an entire cutscene sequence between Eve and Mary. Smack. Also, Mary should be standing here. So it's kind of weird that she's not. But fuck it, we ball. So we smack Gary back to reality. Which actually strengthens our relationship with Gary, but unfortunately sets our doom meter for us to be 1 thing away from Gary dying at the end of the game. Mary drops her rose. Gary remembers what he wanted to tell us because Mary kind of has like a fucking tantrum right now, threatening Gary with the knife, and now Gary's like, oh yeah, she's a fucking painting. So the reason we had to make sure to get Gary back is because he has to do his 1 job.
He has to push things.
He has to push this out of the way. We are now approaching the final segment of the game, which is the sketchbook world. We're going to take the bottom path here because it's faster. And we're also going to take intentional damage because it's faster. So now we have to traverse through this section here. We have to look at this to unlock a door in the next screen. And in this house, we're going to get a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more. Mary's here.
No.
So now we're kind of getting the thing of like Mary's actively going after us now because she wants to like escape the cursed gallery.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary's like, she probably fucking shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to take the bucket and we're going to fill it with some colored in water. Fill bucket. We're going to use the bucket of water on this flower so that we can water it. It'll bloom. And of course, that gives us a mirror.
Yeah, why wouldn't it?
You know when you like go to water flowers and they give you mirrors?
Mirror, yeah. Happens all the time.
We're going to use the mirror to reflect sunlight towards this door so that it's like, ah, my fucking eye. We're going to solve this puzzle right here real fast. We got horses, and we got mushrooms, and then we got mushrooms, horses, cherries, sun, fish, star, footsteps, butterflies. So we get the penis. And we use the penis to color in this little bit of floor. And there's a toy box. Wow. What a toy box. If only we could go in there. Oh, wait a minute. So thankfully we were not woken up by Gary. Because if we were woken up by Gary, that basically guarantees that we got the bad ending. And since we weren't, that means we're on our way to the good ending. Then we're gonna wake Gary up. And then we have one last sequence where we have to escape. All right, we got to get out of here. But not before everything gets spooky and bloody. And I guess if you call this blood, it's just fucking crayon.
Yeah.
So we could just go back down to the gallery, but what's the fun in that? We can fucking burn stuff. So this is the room that has Mary's painting in it. So now we're going to burn the painting so that we kill Mary because she is an affront to God and she deserves to die.
We got a donation.
We
got a donation, $2 from Anonymous. Good run. Grats on grabbing that penis.
You got it, Anonymous. So now we are at the most important exchange in the game.
Yep.
We have to make sure we do not fuck this up. We have to give him the handkerchief. If we do not give him the handkerchief, I forfeit the run.
Mm-hmm.
Because then that locks us out of the best ending in the game.
Yep.
That is literally the most important part of the run, and unfortunately, it's at the very fucking end. Time is coming up soon, by the way, so Be ready.
You got it. Just let me know.
Yep. So now we are heading back into the art gallery right from the beginning of the game. And just like the beginning of the game, we're going to do what we did then, and we're just going to go straight to the top floor.
Mm-hmm.
Interacting with the big painting. Now the border will go away, which means the portal to the real world is now officially open. But the curse gallery is going to try and get us to stay in one last ditch effort by making our mom appear in like a second. Here she is. And she's like, "Don't go with strangers, honey." And I'm like, "You're going to try to sew buttons in my eyes, bro." So we're going to take Gary's hand so that we can go back to the real world. And now we don't remember a thing. So we're going to go back to the bottom, as we do with art galleries. You just go top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom. Except this time we're actually going to go into the gallery a little bit. And talk to this strange man right here. And he's like, "Hello, little girl. You seem familiar." And this red rose calls to me for some reason. And he's like, "All right, well, see you later." But then he notices the handkerchief. That is why it is important. Because if you don't give him the handkerchief, he will just walk away and will not remember you.
Mm-hmm.
So now we just have one more text conversation to get through. And time.
All
30, 40.
right. 30-40, yep.
Not bad. I'll take a 30-40.
If you didn't struggle on the shape puzzle, it probably would have been sub 30.
For sure. For sure. But I'll take it. So that is Ebe. It is a I recommend anyone to play this game. This is one of the best like RPG horror games that come out of like the mid 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
And it just has a lot of cool art to it. There's actually when they made the remaster, they actually made an entire 2 new areas of the game that you can explore in New Game Plus. So get yourself through that. That's a fun time. I have actually learned 100% in this game, but it's just not that fun to watch. So I'd rather just do Promise of Reunion.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, good run, Bottles. And before I leave for 2 runs and you don't hear from me, I just want to remind everybody we are benefiting St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Donations are very appreciated, as well as buying our merch on merch.dogwater.run and the 3D printable model of Dog the Dogwater Dog. The file is for sale on my Ko-fi. The link is also in the description. We have the current year print up for sale with all the other prints from the past years. No raffle this year, so just grab it as you seek. Yeah, we're gonna keep moving.
All right. See you at the next run.
I'll see you guys at like 11 o'clock tonight.